Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. So you look at temperatures across the prairie right now, coolest right in the middle, southern Saskatchewan with an 8-degree reading there, mid-teens to be found elsewhere across the region. We'll go ahead and pull up the satellite loop here as we wake up on this Monday morning. We've got a decaying area of low pressure across the east, some cloud cover found over central and southern Manitoba, pushing into eastern Saskatchewan, and then we've got broken sunshine here across central and southern Alberta into western, central, and southern Saskatchewan. That would be kind of the sunny area right in there, which of course you can see on the satellite picture. As we look at the radar, we're pretty quiet across the region right now, and we'll get off to a relatively quiet start to the week, but things get more interesting as we go, kind of peaking as we get into the weekend into early next week. As we kind of take a look at the NAM model here, the forecast for precipitation, we're going to see shower and storm chances begin to increase as we head into midweek. We'll make it through the day today pretty dry. We'll see those clouds holding on across the east with sunny conditions off to the west. As we head into the day on Tuesday, that's when we'll first see those chances for some showers off to the north, portions of central Saskatchewan into maybe northwestern Saskatchewan. I meant to say central Alberta into northwestern Saskatchewan. I'm not sure what I just said, but here's the region that we'll look for those light showers Tuesday afternoon and evening. As we head into the overnight, we're going to see our first kind of organized shortwave push across the region. That's going to set the stage for some Wednesday thunderstorms across southern Alberta into kind of central and southern Saskatchewan. That's the outlined area that I would kind of expect to see those scattered storms as we head through Wednesday afternoon. And then as we take it into Thursday, that threat continues to shift off to the east. We'll see that chance for some thunderstorms scattered in nature across southern Saskatchewan into central and southern Manitoba during the day on Thursday. And as we go ahead and take a look at the forecast for instability here, again, we've got low values there across southern and central Alberta today, but likely going to be capped and staying dry across that region. It's as we get into Tuesday. Again, this is when we could maybe see some of those showers, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder across central Saskatchewan or central Alberta into northwestern Saskatchewan. And let's take it on into the day on Wednesday, and that's when we kind of see the instability, really starting to peak. This is why we see that thunderstorm threat from southern Alberta into central and southern Saskatchewan on Wednesday afternoon and evening. And then as we head into Thursday afternoon and evening, the unstable air mass shifts off to the east. And so we'll look for that thunderstorm threat from southwestern Saskatchewan into southern and central portions of Manitoba. Total precipitation is going to be rather disorganized, of course, with that thunderstorm threat, the risk of scattered showers and storms. Again, generally, we'll talk about this area Tuesday afternoon and evening, this area Wednesday afternoon and evening, and then maybe this area on Thursday afternoon and evening. Putting it all together, you kind of get this zone where you've just got kind of streaks of precipitation where the thunderstorms actually occur. So don't take this as gospel right now, but understand that across generally this entire region, we'll have the chance for kind of some areas to remain dry, some to get maybe a trace, and then where we get those heavier thunderstorms, maybe 15 to 30 millimeters of precipitation going to be possible. So as we look at the next 5 days, precipitation forecast here in anomaly form, again, generally dry across the region with those scattered storms producing maybe locally heavy precipitation between now and the end of the work week. But as we add in the next 5 days, taking this into mid next week, so we're looking at the next 10 days as a whole, really seeing some changes here, especially from southern and central Alberta northeastward into much of Saskatchewan and then maybe northern Manitoba. That's because we're going to build a trough into the jet stream here as we head into the weekend, into early next week. I said that's when things are really going to turn interesting across the prairie. Let's go ahead and look at that here with the forecast 500 millibar height anomalies here as we head into early next week. So here is Monday and Tuesday, getting into Wednesday and Thursday. We've got generally kind of ridging across the region to get the week started, so we'll be warming up. Here's that first little wave, a little subtle here as we head into midweek. That's that chance for thunderstorms from west to east, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But then we see bigger changes as we head into the weekend and on beyond that. Here's where we're seeing this trough right now off to the northwest, starting to kind of settle off to the south and deepen across the prairie as we now get into, here it is, the weekend into early next week. This is what leads to some changes with our temperatures, but then also leads to potential very active pattern here for some showers and storms and maybe the threat for some severe weather across the prairie. I would kind of expect that to be maybe a little bit off to the east of where the greatest heavy rainfall threat is going to be. So something to watch here, the chance for some severe storms across the prairie and the chance for some locally heavy or some more widespread heavy rainfall as we head into the weekend and early next week. This will be kind of beyond June 26th or so into the first couple days of July. So let's look at the precipitation forecast then and surface pressure from the European operational model. So this is kind of its raw output. We're going to obviously take it with a grain of salt as we get into that period late in the week, but it's getting off to that quiet start here. Taking it into Tuesday, here's that threat for some scattered showers and storms from central Alberta into northwestern Saskatchewan. I said it right that time. We'll take this into Wednesday afternoon and evening. Good agreement here with that thunderstorm threat being the greatest across this region as we head into Wednesday afternoon and evening. And then as we head into Thursday, that thunderstorm threat pushing off to the east, going to be greatest across southwestern Saskatchewan into portions of southern Manitoba, that threat for those thunderstorms. And then we get a bit of a break here as we head into Friday. And then here's where the trough starts digging back in, getting into Saturday. And then Sunday, now we're definitely seeing the trough in the upper levels, starting to see an organized area of low pressure across the northern plains of the U.S. into the Canadian Prairie as we get into maybe, again, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. How exactly it shakes out, there's still question marks to be answered, but this is something we'll have to be talking about as we head into certainly Wednesday and then Friday's look at the Canadian Prairie. We'll take a look at the raw model output for precipitation totals, again getting off to a quiet start today. Here's that shower and storm threat on Tuesday afternoon and evening. Here goes the shower and storm threat as we head into Wednesday afternoon and evening across this region, and then we shift that across southern Manitoba as we get into Thursday. So through the weekend, again, splotchy precipitation. Some will be dry, some will see a trace, some are going to get dumped on by a thunderstorm here and end up with a quick downpour. But then as we head into the weekend and early next week, there's where I just lost my train of thought. That's when we potentially turn much more active, much more stormy, with more widespread precipitation opportunities as we get into the end of the week into early next week, right? Again, between June 26th and the first few days of July. Temperatures across the region, they'll be moderating and trending warmer as we head into the end of the work week, but with that trough building in towards the weekend and early next week, we'll have to watch for the potential for some cooler than average conditions to accompany the wetter than average conditions as we get into, once again, the end of the weekend into early next week. Let's look at those temperatures across some of our select cities here. The Calgary area keeping temperatures kind of on a yo-yo here from the upper 20s to the lower 20s as we head through the end of the week, settling in there with highs in the upper teens to near 20 degrees towards the end of the weekend into early next week with that cooler and rainy pattern looming. A similar look here in Edmonton. Again, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice this morning. Regina, we've got temperatures again bouncing around between the upper 20s and the lower 30s at times this weekend. The warmest day there on Wednesday with that chance for thunderstorms highest across the region. Here is Saskatoon, and then finally off to the east, Winnipeg. You will be warming up again with that trough digging in across the west. That's going to be a warmer pattern as you head off to the east. So high temperatures in the upper 20s to near 30 degrees expected as we get towards midweek, late week, into the weekend, and potentially beyond that. Have a great day, a wonderful start to your week, and I'll talk to you again on Wednesday morning.